Long ago, in the western Pacific Ocean lies the Pearl of the Orient Seas, the Philippines. Ancient Filipinos had lived a primitive life where they worshipped more than one god and considered that there exist supernatural beings within nature. And then, migrants such as the Aitas and the Austronesians came to the island. Then came the arrival of the Chinese, the Japanese, the Spaniards, and the Americans, bringing in their culture and traditions. This has caused an intermixing of cultural beliefs within the inhabitants. Amongst these influences are those of the Chinese people. Chinese influences are in every aspect of Filipino life. They have rooted in the Filipino culture. So how did the Filipinos acquire these influences? Chinese and Filipinos had a well-established relationship. It predated the arrival of the Spaniards. It began when tribes from South China have reached the Philippines through land bridges during the Ice Age. The Chinese had then found trade routes and formed partnerships among the inhabitants. Barter trading began, and the two nations exchanged goods such as silk, porcelain, farm implements, ornaments, and more. Their bond and constant exchange paved way to influencing each other's lives. During the Spanish colonization, Chinese settlers have increased. They came as merchants, laborers, and artisans. They became the very foundation of the Spanish colonial economy. They have contributed the art of printing, religious icons and figurines, and influences in architecture and cuisine. Spaniards then have built the world's largest Chinatown, Binondo, as a permanent settlement for the Chinese. At that time, they were called the Sanglis. They segregated the Sanglis, setting them in a place called Daparian, or a marketplace that became their central community. The Sanglis have converted to Christians and intermarried with the Indios, giving birth to Chinese mestizos, or the Chinoys. Hence, the blend between the two cultures. This is evident as many influential people in the Philippines such as Jose Rizal, Emilio Aguinaldo, and the owners of big corporations like SM, Rubina Corporation, and many more have the Filipino-Chinese blood. Through these relations, it paved way to the passing of ethnic Chinese cultural beliefs and traditions to the Filipinos for many generations. Here are few of the many Chinese cultural beliefs and superstitions that many Filipinos are still aware of. In New Year's celebration, why do you think we Filipinos place only 12 round fruits on the table? Round shapes symbolize prosperity, fortune, and continuity. The 12 fruits represent the 12 months of the year, hence, a wish of good fortune for the whole year. Why do we make loud sounds when the clock strikes 12? Chinese legend says that a dragon named Nian comes out every Chinese New Year to attack the village. People discovered that it is afraid of loud noises and the color red. Hence, it became a tradition to wear the color red and make noise during New Year. Why is it that the pancit is always present during celebrations?
You have a long face, then shall you will live a long life.
See that nothing makes sense? Actually, the word face or mian in Chinese sounds similar with the Chinese word for noodles, and so everyone associated eating noodles with longevity. Someone might have scolded you for sweeping the floor at night. People nowadays believe that this meant that you are sweeping away fortune. The origin is said to be from the time when lamps were the only source of light, and cleaning at night is risky, and one might sweep away something valuable without notice. Are you curious why no one wears bright-colored clothes during funerals besides black and white? White and dark colors are appropriate representations of mourning. Vibrant colors, or the color red, is associated with happiness and fortune. If you wear one while attending a funeral, it will be misinterpreted as you are celebrating that the person died. This set of Chinese influences and superstitions that the Filipinos have come to share in practice and belief can be considered among the other influences that we Filipinos have acquired from the pre-colonial times until today, in contrast with the forceful integration of influences of the colonizers in the Philippines. The Chinese was unique for their influences that were acquired through the establishment of strong bonds and were seen as equals with the ancient Filipinos. Chinese people associate their wealth and success through beliefs, superstitions, and practices. Their influences are still prevalent today as its traditions continue to be carried out in booming Chinese communities in the Philippines. Culture is considered a way of life, and these cultural habits are embedded to the Filipino. Through this, people can find a deeper bond. Our nation's characteristics, beliefs, and cultural upbringings are in some ways influenced by our relationship to other nations. Whatever our nationality is, we are all part of humanity. To broaden the sense of unity between Filipinos and Chinese, everyone can simply look back to these traditions and beliefs that we share, which is rooted from our trading history with the Chinese. We all share the same future, and that future is dependent on a more unified global community